Alright, let's talk about the characteristics of each page that you'll find when adding or editing pages. First thing you'll see is the title. This is obviously the title of the page. You can give it whatever title you want to, and that title will show up. Here, I'll show you on the front end here. It will show up at the top here and also in the page as the page heading. That's where that title will show up. You can give it a long title. This is for search engine optimization or an extra keywords that you want to type in for this page. Use the long title. That will not show up in your page at all, but it will show up on the top bar here, and it will show up in your code as well, so the search engines will be able to get a better idea of what is included on that page. The menu title is just in fact the title that you give it in the menu. For instance, you can have the title Ministries, but if you wanted to give it a different title here in the menu, you would input that in the menu title. For now, I have them the same. Menu sort order is the order in which this page appears in the menu. You'll notice this has a 2. Over here, this is the third one in the menu. That's because the menu sort order starts with 0. 0, 1, 2. So if you want to change it to the 5th one, then you would just change the number here. If you didn't want to show this in the menu, you would just uncheck this box and save the document, of course, and then it will disappear from this menu, but it will still be accessible by the public if they have the direct address for that page. Parent. The nice thing about this system is you can organize your pages, and we definitely recommend doing this in parent-child relationships. So if I was going to create a page, a children's ministry page, well, I would want to put that underneath the ministries section. So if this were the children's ministry page, all I would do is click this icon here and select ministries, and that has reassigned it now to the ministries category. And if you want to just keep it back to the main section, you can just click on your website, and that will put it in the top level, so there's no parents above it. Version history: as you make changes to your pages, they will all be listed here. Right now there's no changes to make, but you can easily revert back to these. If you make any changes and click save, each version will be saved here, so you can revert back to them if you make a mistake or want to go back to a previous version. This is the main content section of your page. We'll get more details on this later, but it's basically set up like Microsoft Word. You can type in text, you can make it bold, italic, you can create headings, which are just exactly what I have here. You can create bullet points or numbered listings. Use your alignment here. You can input a picture, YouTube video using this button here, and all sorts of different things, and that's going to create the main content of your page. You can see here we have ministries, a couple paragraphs, some bullet points, and that's what we have here, so it's pulling directly from there. As you scroll down, you'll get some more settings for this page. You can use these to display or show things that are part of the system. For example, display a list of upcoming events in the sidebar. By default, it's turned off. If you click yes, the events on your Google Calendar that match the month that we're currently in will show up on the sidebar. You can also display default side column content, which we discussed in the settings section. You can add default content to the side column of each page, which is over here. It will show up below the recent news. And it could be text or images, whatever you want to put in there, even a video or things like that. And you can also display recent news in the sidebar. That's on by default, but you can click no, and that will hide the recent news, which is just the last 3 or 4 news or blog post articles that have been published for this site. And then you can also add more to the side column if you want to, just for this particular page, using this content section here. Again, it's just like the content section above, except it doesn't control the main section here. Anything you add there will show up right here in the sidebar of this page. Of course, whenever you are done making changes, click save, and that will save your changes to the system. And to see your changes, F5 on your keyboard or click refresh on your browser to see those changes.